Welcome. This is the second video on Google Forms for online surveys. Previously we have discussed how to build questionnaire form from scratch by selecting template or blank form or by importing existing Google form and amend or cut and paste from existing Word questionnaire document. Further, we have discussed what are the features available in Google Forms as well. Now we will be discussing another two aspects available in Google Forms. Those are responses and settings. Once you go to responses tab, you can see available responses if there are some responses from the respondents. You can see the summary as well, and you can check the results by question as well. Here we have shown answers for the second question available in our questionnaire, and you can move on to subsequent questions in this manner as well. Next thing, you can see the responses by individual questionnaire sheets as well. These are the responses from respondent number 1, and you can move on to the responses likewise in this manner. And at the top right hand corner, you can see these dots, vertical dots. Another aspect is this accepting responses icon. If you change it to left side, then it won't be accepting another responses from that point onwards. For that purposes, that button is there, and if you want to delete, you can use this one, and for printing purposes this is available. Once you log into and once you select these three vertical dots, you can have these functions. Once you click on this one, you will be getting email notifications once there are responses. And next one, select destination for responses. You can select it, and you can select Google Drive location for your responses, and it will be available as a Excel spreadsheet or Google spreadsheet. And next thing is download responses. You can download, as we have already communicated, there are two already completed questionnaires, so you can download those two responses. That means those two already completed Google Forms, comma separated value form. So you can use this one, and for printing and deleting purposes these options are available. And next thing is settings. Once you move on to settings tab, you can see this one. If you can slide this into right hand corner, it will be appearing as a quiz. Now normally for questionnaires we are not using such a thing. However, for questionnaire, for quiz purposes, if you are using and if you are activating this icon, then you can have some functions as appointing some values for your quiz. For each particular question, there will be assigning of points, and so that you can have a quiz. For this purpose, for questionnaire, for survey purposes, for our thesis or such research purpose, we are not activating this icon. And next thing is responses. Under this, if you are collecting, normally for surveys for research studies or academic studies, we are not normally collecting. However, in case if you are collecting, if you are activating this one, you can send respondents copy of their responses as well by activating this one. If you are collecting email addresses, since this is no, we can't send a copy of the responses. Next thing is allow response editing. Normally for academic purposes, once we are formulating questionnaires, we are not activating this one. since it will be embarrassing once we are working with the available responses, and if those being changed by respondents, it will be a hassle, so that we are not activating. Next thing is limit to one response. Here for illustration purposes I have not activated that one, since I have already completed 2 responses. Normally we are activating this one because otherwise same respondent will submit several completed questionnaires. To avoid that only we are limiting. Next thing is, if you are having some uploading question, like if you are asking from particular respondent any submitting of document such as e-payment slip or some related document, in our question also next video we will be discussing such a thing. So if such document submission is available, you can limit the size of the file. Next thing is presentation. Under that, progress bar we have activated. That means once the respondent completes his survey instrument, he will be knowing progressing of the questionnaire. That means once you allocated biodata under section 1 and subsequent sections, if you have named section 2 and 3, then particular respondent aware about the progress of the completion of this questionnaire. Next thing is shuffle question order. Normally we are not activating this one, otherwise questions, say if the first question is available for first respondent as question number 1, for second respondent it will be appearing as question number 3 or 4. Likewise for shuffling purposes it will be available. And next section is after submission, that means a confirmation message, and once completed you can have a particular message for those respondents, so that you can convey thank you note for respondents for completion of the questionnaire. And next thing, show link to submit another response. We have not activated here. Otherwise there will be multiple progresses, multiple respondents from particular respondents. View result summary. Normally for respondents we are not making this available, otherwise sensitive details will be shared among other respondents. This related to autosave function. And finally we are at default section. Normally we are not collecting email addresses, so that we are not making available this one. So finally final one relates to making questions default. That means if you want to have all the questions completed by the particular respondent, you can make this default, so that all the questions to be answered by the respondents. So those we have discussed now, and as already communicated, we have chosen particular location for questionnaire responses. We have received already 2 completed question forms, answer forms. This is how they are appearing. Now as we have selected a particular location in Google Drive, we have saved it, and once we getting another responses from customers or respondents, we will be getting this kind of summary in a Google form. So that's it, and we will be concluding the session for now. Next video we will be meeting with type of questions that we can make available in our Google form. With that we will be concluding. Thank you.